quite enjoyed no games for a couple of weeks after that Leeds match. But the madness starts again. Everton match preview. Welcome back to another video on the channel, Newcastle fans. A match preview. God, it feels like a long time since I've done one of them. If you are new to the channel, drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, get us on Facebook and Instagram. Every day I like to post on there. Yeah, transfer window's done. I've been too busy to even jump on and do a review of the transfer window, which was my plan. Pretty happy. Everyone pretty happy. I'm happy. I think everyone needs to get a bit of perspective at the transfer window. I think, yes, deadline day was a bit disappointing because we had the bids accepted in the morning for the striker. We all got super excited. Shit, what is going to happen today? Not much happened apart from a left back coming in on loan. So it was a bit of a flat day, but again, it's all about taking a step back, realising where we were under Mike Ashley and being generally happy with our business. Look, if you'd asked me at the start what I wanted when going into the window, did I want a left back? Yes. Did I want a right back? 100%. Did I expect a world-class, in my opinion, world-class international right back? No. So there's a one, just an extra tick that I didn't even expect. Did we need a central midfielder? We bring in a Brazilian starting for his national team. Massive potential, linked with some of the biggest clubs in the world. And my God, does he look a baller. When I've read about him, when I've watched him, I actually watched a bit of the Brazil Paraguay game when he was up against Miggy. Miggy looked terrible. But yeah, it looks great. He's our marquee signing for me. And if a team in 19th in the league can bring in a player of Bruno's quality, it's madness. Absolute madness. So, midfielder, ticked. Striker, because Wilson got injured. Half a tick for me. I think Chris Wood is a good signing in terms of he knows where the goal is. He's not Wilson. He's nowhere near the quality of Wilson, in my opinion, because he doesn't have the pace. He's not on the shoulder. He's a very, very different sort of striker. But we've made one of our relegation rivals weaker in the process. So we've got a forward in. Centre-back. Would have died for a centre-back. Dan Burn, Newcastle fan. He's going to play for the shirt. Going to die rather than see us concede a goal. Because he's a fan. He's like me putting on the Newcastle shirt, walking out to St James's. And he's playing for a team that if they were scoring more goals, they'd be way higher in the league in Brighton under Potter. They don't concede a lot. And that tells you everything about where he is as a starter for them. So again, solid enough signing. Smart business in my opinion. I've seen the likes of like Shea Given as pundits say, oh, I'm not so sure on the business. It was a bit disheartening on that. I love Shea Given, but I was like, give over, man. It's January. It's the hardest window. Everyone knows it's the hardest window to do business in. And we've brought in 5 solid players. Like Matt Targett was playing for Aston Villa before they signed Digney from Everton. So I just think people's heads are in the clouds. Are they rich as hell? So does that mean in the January window we're going to sign 200 players? No, it doesn't, because we're still 19th in the league fighting a relegation battle. And a lot of internationals from around the country, it doesn't appeal to them. So I'm over the moon with the business. So Everton tomorrow night. Huge game, huge week. 2 home games in a week. And I look at the Everton game, and if you'd asked me a week ago whether I was confident as hell, I would have been yes. We've beaten Leeds. Bit of a break to get some players in. Everton are looking absolutely god-awful. And then, of course, sod's law, they go and sack the manager and they get a new manager with a bit of bounce. That feel-good factor. And I still wasn't overwhelmed with Lampard's appointment for Everton. I'm sure the Everton fans weren't overwhelmed. But then they go and smash Brentford 4-1. You're thinking, shit. So, because Lampard's come in, I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not as confident as I would have been because he's got all of these new ideas. They're going to be like, I'm sure a lot of the players didn't like Benitez, just from reading. I'm sure he probably's upset the apple cart a bit there with the Digney falling out. And I'm not getting into a Rafa debate, by the way. That's never going to happen on this video. God, I'm sick of that conversation. But I'm sure the Everton players will be well up for this game now. First Premier League match under the new gaffer. Big win on Saturday at Brentford. Convincing win against Brentford, sorry. And I'm not as confident. Now, because of the new signings, I'm a bit more confident, yes. Now, I'm reading Dan Burn might not play because of a toe injury. That's fucking frustrating. So if we are going to go with Shah and Lascelles, I'm not going to be as confident going into this. It would have been amazing to see Target, who I know will start, let's face it. Target will be in the starting 11 tomorrow night. Trippier will be, and then Dan Burn and Shah as a back four would be brilliant. I'd be happy with that back four. And now he's apparently got a toe injury, so fingers crossed the lad can pull himself round. If he just needs to clip his toenails, then someone just sort him out. If he needs is it a pedicure with your feet? Sort the lad out. We need that 6'7" lanky bloke in that defence. We really, really do. So we'll see on that one. Fingers crossed he comes into the team. Now, would I start Bruno? I see Eddie Howe saying he doesn't know because he's taking time to adapt. I think every foreign player needs time to adapt, especially in the Premier League. It's fucking 60 mile an hour sometimes. But he has to play for me. He has to play. Are you telling me you're going to leave a Brazilian international who's just come from Lyon, who can dribble, he can pass, he can spread the ball? You're going to leave him on the bench and play the likes of Longstaff? No. Are we, Eddie? Give him a chance. If he's not at the races for me, after 45 minutes, hook him off at half-time. He's had his run out. He's got a taste for the Premier League and it's just not working, and go after it in the second half and reassess depending on what the score is. But he has to start. God, you don't pay 30-odd million, 30, 40 million euros, whatever he signed for him to sit on the bench when we're in a relegation battle. He needs to come in. He's going to be up for it, surely. If he's worth his salt, he's going to be excited as hell to get on that pitch tomorrow night. So, for me, again, he starts with John Joe. Them two as a two together, I don't know how that's going to work. Bruno likes to spread the ball. Shelvey likes to spread the ball. That's going to make Shelvey play a bit more defensively, and that's what I don't like, because we all know John Joe in the tackle is god-awful sometimes, and he doesn't always like to put the work rate in. And I think anyone who says that he does and that that's all of a false misconception, they just don't watch him play enough. Shelvey doesn't like to do the dirty stuff sometimes if it's constant. So my only worry would be, everyone thinks Bruno's a defensive midfielder. I watched that Brazil-Paraguay game. He is not a defensive midfielder. He got an assist. He was all over the place, taking players on, wanting to run at players in the centre of the field. We are getting the box-to-box. We are certainly getting the box-to-box. So for me, he's got to start. And then I think Chris Wood picks himself up top. So I think out of the new signings, Target would come in for me. Burn would come in. Trippier, obviously, my God, he's not going to miss another minute as long as he's not injured, because he's fantastic. And then Bruno Wood, all to start for me. So it would be a new team for us. Fraser probably picks himself at the moment. I prefer him over Miggy. I know he's not getting the assists. He's not, maybe the final product's not quite there. Will that come with time? We hope so, because it did at Bournemouth. He had good stats at Bournemouth in his link up with Wilson. And I think Maximin needs to just keep pulling his finger out. I thought Maximin was good against Leeds. Feels a long time ago, that game, but he was. I thought Willock was better against Leeds, so I don't think Willock will start. I think he would if Bruno doesn't play. But if he is to start, we need to see more of that ball carrying. Our central midfielders are so important in getting that ball up the pitch, and that's what Willock did better against Leeds. And Chris Wood, he's had a slow start. We need to get more balls in the box, and this is what I was worried about when we first signed Chris Wood, that we do not play to his strengths, which it made it look a bit of a panic signing on Eddie Howe's behalf. Eddie Howe has not, since he's come in, wanted to whip balls in 24/7. Under Bruce, that's all it was. Richie ball in. Maximin, it was constantly balls into the box, almost too many, and that was the main centrepiece of our attack. Under how that's changed a little bit, and Chris Wood is going to start getting frustrated with St. Maximin, and I can feel that bubbling over, because Maximin doesn't like to get the ball in straight away, whereas Chris Wood is dying for the ball in straight away. So whether we are ever going to play to Chris Wood's strengths, I don't know. All I do know is if the ball is in the 6-yard box and there's a sniff of goal, Chris Wood's going to be on it, and that's maybe the reason we signed him. I'm not as confident for this game, but it's huge. And if we don't win tomorrow, Aston Villa becomes even more important, and you would like to hope at least 4 points this week. At least 4 points this week is a good week, in my opinion. That is a solid week, depending on other teams' results. So let's start as we mean to go on. The atmosphere is going to be fucking electric. I can't wait, because the new players are in, Bruno's in, Burton's in. It hasn't been a game for a while now, and our last game was a very good win at Leeds. So St. James is going to be rocking. Let's just hope the lads are up for it. And let's not hope this Frank Lampard new manager effect screws us in the arse too much. Now, my prediction, I'm going to go for a win. I think I go for a win every time. I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle. Very, very tight game. But the last time that I introduced my new puppy, Maggie, short for Magpie, black and white, because of the black and white stripes, we won against Leeds. So, without further ado, Maggie is going to go for a 2-1 win as well. Isn't that right, Maggie? There you go. If you've liked this video, Newcastle fans, let us know in the comments your predictions for tomorrow. Are you confident now? Are you happy with the signings? Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, and get us on Facebook and Instagram. And hopefully, we'll be touching down for a match review when we are 3 points better off going in that Aston Villa game. How are the lads, Maggie? How are the lads?